Hello, beautiful souls around the world. Hope you're doing well. And this little transmission, this little video, I just wanted to do now, or almost I felt I have to do it, because I just had a client and we worked with some beautiful topics regarding sacredness and purity. And the moment I finished the session, I went online and a story came to my ears, to my eyes. And it was like regarding two beings, two persons, who I can't say that I know both very well, but just suddenly opposing one another in a way which was quite exposing. And why I'm doing now this video is actually to share as a main sentence. It began, but what started? It started that truth and clarity will actually become now so open to all of us. And now the tricky part is, if we are staying in the three-dimensional experience, we're gonna be shocked, we're gonna be all sorts of, when we hear particular truth, and we will go into judgment. We're gonna say, oh my God, that's terrible, oh my God, that's not what I would do, and so on. But why is everything now starting and being exposed? Media, friends, family, everything. Not to judge it. Because when we do judge, the cycle continues. And again, we're going to choose sides. To go into the new earth experience, new earth embodiment, it won't be just an easy thing overnight. That's why we have many years ahead. But it's a mastery of oneness. It is higher oneness, consciousness. And what does the word oneness say? Everything being exposed for us to receive the chance to change it. That's why everything of any kind of truth will and is already coming to the surface. Again, if it's things we've been lied to, things we lied maybe to others, things we compromised and we knew inside it's a compromise, it's not our truth. Things where we've been suppressed, things we suppressed others. Sides of religions, which is the most true religion, which isn't. All kind of truth we will be now served in the most deepest, clearest way along our next few years. And only to give us the choice to choose oneness instead of another cycle of judgment and another cycle of separation. Because this was the experience in the 3D duality. Choose a side, right or left, up or down, this group or that group. Gaia, source, creator, however you want to call that, nobody judges us for the experience. Nobody. There's only pure love. But again, in the 3D, there were roles. There were roles which served for the experience. That you wanted to go into higher positions, maybe politics, or maybe just in your circle, maybe in spiritual community, that you're more than known. Whatever you experience, our experience was. with chosen roads. But if we want to have a new earth experience, we only take within our hearts the wisdom, what we learned, how we grow from it, but not the roads. Not the roads, not the positions, not the owning, nothing regarding that. So this is actually what's happening. So this means that more and more we will have the experience that it will challenge us, because we're gonna instantly feel and see, are we in that moment truly choosing to make this new choice and to basically bring in that new experience, or do we want actually again go into that judgment? And the judgment, like I said, it is actually again choosing the side. It won't be an easy one, because our ego self, which already built a very huge, let's say, structure in our life. We are maybe known, we are maybe famous, we may be been in past lives, I don't know, connected with Isis, maybe with this goddess. The new earth experience doesn't need and not opening the doors for titles, roles, positions, hierarchy. We are going into oneness. And that's exactly why this exposure shall shake us, shall awake us, shall bring the clarity to see what was happening. But don't stop that moment something being exposed. Even it's emotional, gonna surely touch us, move us. But the mastery, and we all worked so hard to get to that next stage of human experience. New, higher consciousness is available. So don't stop there. But the mastery is the moment it shakes us. Okay, so I been complying, or I chosen, conscious, unconscious, to be a part of that experience too. But now I see it's really not what my heart feels. And that's the moment when you choose new, when you don't choose the sides, whatever been exposed, because there we stay in the same loop and we are not moving to the next level of our consciousness experience. That's a very, very important message. So know the only difference that you know that you are choosing for a higher, newer, more aligned soul experience is that you are watching, observing, feeling, sensing yourself. If you want oneness, or you want to have your right and say, I knew it, that those ones are the bad. That's the only difference. And like that you can train yourself, because this is as well a video to give you that support, that you can basically have this as a tool of understanding when it happens in your life. Catch yourself in those moments, and then really give yourself a moment before you need to burst out and choose a side, but choose the middle path where everyone has space in that new earth experience, in your heart, because there the new earth is born and birthing right now. We don't need to choose any more sides if we are going into oneness consciousness. And that's why I had to just come online, because the energies which I worked right now with, and as well in the collective field, is actually right now that exposing. Now we're gonna see, and I'm speaking for all of us, how strong do we want oneness, and how strong we want to hold to our titles and still use the same old experience story that you've been in your past life, this person, that prince, that king, that high priest, that high priestess. How much is this important when you are not then fully living your human experience as Gabi, as whatever your name is right now? Because Gaia feels Gabi right now as I'm right standing on her, with her. It's the same with you. More you want to hold onto titles, what you all know from before. Nobody's taking this away from you. It's still there. It's as a soul experience. As a soul experience, it's still there. Because the soul has a beautiful bag full of experience from all our past lives. But now it's not about being only the high priest from previous lifetimes, but being Gabi in here and now. That's my highest choice and my highest truth. That's another inspiration for all of you, for all of us. So seek to wanting, to wishing, to owning, and to liking to being you and no other titles from ever before of this now moment. Then you're stepping into your next highest purpose you can actually step on. Okay? All right. So again, main sentence. Truth is being and is exposed and being exposed and still will be exposed. Not to be judged, but to choose new and to choose oneness, not the judgment of good or bad. That's the main message. That's where we're heading as a new earth collective. And coming in the quotes, because Gaia wants us all united, as the mother is not choosing no one. She's choosing us all as oneness. Just be open and receive her codes of purity. Because yes, that's another message. To be more and more as pure in your heart is more important for the future than the knowledge and information you read, you heard, you filled up your head with. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. It's not about that information stream, to be the first, to know the most, to have the most new thing of all you have. But that you really, really are more concerned and focused on the purity of your heart. Compassion, love, peace is the only thing and the way we all gonna unite us and not anymore go into the duality experience looping, which side I choose. Okay, starting coming in codes, just open, stay open, and receive hand aya korata, ea koratea naha, aktururu, anta eshnatia nakiatatak shunaratia kakahanata, ektia shunununua kanashartearatai, naya kia tora kea taka tora kea tarakai, shanua tanakea, shana haya hora kituyana tea kea tata anakea, purifying with the holy waters to return purity within our hearts. That's our essential state. The innocence of divinity is not judging. Akta ea nia nia oharata e. All the star nation already waiting as oneness to us to include us with our higher consciousness choice. 𝓖𝓪𝓫𝓂 𝓝𝓪𝓡𝓐 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 𝓝𝓪𝓡𝓐. Remember your sacredness, remember your divinity, 𝓖𝓪𝓫, which been in murky waters lost through division, 𝓖𝓪𝓫𝓂 𝓝𝓪𝓡𝓐, because creation is never really judged. There can be only high conscious choice of creation or an unawareness of creation. We are exposing through higher light right now the unaware creation being created, and that's what you're seeing. So don't be shocked by your mind position, because your heart been already prepared for this right now time on this planet to unite all of the creation back into the essential purity of all there is. 𝓖𝓪𝓫 𝓝𝓪𝓡𝓐. And this is exactly happening as well within your hearts, with all of your body systems, as they're uniting into one flow, holy flow, holy waters of creation. 𝓖𝓪𝓫 𝓝𝓪𝓡𝓐 𝓝𝓪𝓫 𝓝𝓪𝓡𝓐 ana eake. Mother Mary coming in. Gentleness. Find your gentle heart space, as there you will create in beauty, in joy, in the state of the divinity of your essential source core, which is your pure innocent child. 𝓖𝓪𝓫 𝓝𝓪𝓡𝓐. Allow me to embrace you with all this gentleness, as no one and nothing ever judged you in your experience and your creation. But now, beloved, it's time to be in harmony, which is with each other again. And that is why the call is becoming stronger. To not be needed to be in any distraction anymore, but to be and making space for each other in a harmonious, coexisting way. Understand that is the call, and that is the only gateway to experience your new earth, which you are. So beautiful. I love you all. Thank you for being here. But mostly, again, everything is exposing, not to be judged, but to be seen, to be changed to the next harmonious possible way and experience. Much love to all of you. We are one, and this we always been.